Hello and welcome. Today we're working on a countdown timer, or how many days until a certain event. All this in Excel. So let's get started. Hello, my name's Jeff from Finally Learn, where I help you finally learn financial skills. So let's say we have some events coming up and we have some dates. So this is whatever you want to put for the events and dates. So all I did is just type those in over here. I'm going to make a little chart here where I'm going to pull, we can pull the event and then how many days, and we can do 2 or 3, we can do more than one. So I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to make a little table, make it kind of nice and pretty so it looks like we're really good at Excel, right? So I'll make it blue, and all the font then I'll make white. So how many days until? One thing we want to do here is put the today's date. Now I'm recording this on January 31st, so the formula to show today's date is called today, and it doesn't require an argument, but we need to open and close the brackets. So today is January 31st. Now I'm in the United States, so we use month, day, year. Around the world, a lot of countries use day, month, year, which I completely understand, but this is January 31st. So what I'd like to do is a couple little things. I'd like to pull the data, and if it says Christmas, then it'll pull the December 25th. So let me highlight this, all the different events, and I'm going to name this range. It's going to make it easy on the formulas here in just a minute. So to the left of the formula bar, you see I've highlighted that. I'm going to call this event. So now, anytime I use event, it's going to show this range of cells. I'm going to do the same thing for the dates. I'm going to highlight all of those and name that range dates. I know I'm real creative in the way I name things, but it's going to be easy when you come back to this 3 months from now and you look at it like, what is event and what is dates? Hey, you've already taken care of that. That's easy to do. Now for this, I want to create a drop-down list, and this is called data validation. So go to the data ribbon, and over here the button says data validation. So I've highlighted this cell. I'm going to make it a list, and the source of that list is going to be all these events. Okay, so we have the event. So now we can select all these things. So the football game, we can select the work deadline, and we want it to pull then a date. So if we select Mexico vacation 6/24 on June 24th, then we want to pull that date, and then we'll take that date and subtract today's date, and we'll get how many days are left. It's going to be really easy. We're going to use a function called XLOOKUP. So I'm going to go to the formula builder. I'm going to look up the heading here. The lookup array, remember we called the lookup array event, and so that's going to be the left column, and it's going to return the date, and we call that dates. See how easy that is? And you go back and look at the formula later. Okay, I'm pulling the event, the name of the event from the event column, and then returning the dates column. If it's not found, we're going to say none, and then we'll hit OK. All right, so now we return 45,000, but that's going to be a date. Now, let me format it just for a minute. That is the date, April 5th. So the work deadline is April 5th. Let's test it. What if we pull Kai's birthday? That is February 6th. What if we pull the Chicago trip? That is October 1st. So it's working correctly. Now what we need to do then is subtract out today's date, and then we need to format it just for regular numbers. So it's 243 days away is today's date. Let's look at some other things. What about the July 4th, 154 days away? And what about Kai's birthday? I think it's the closest one, 6 days away. So there you have it. Now you might want to do a couple things. If you add something here, we want to add we're going to add one more thing. Let's say we're going to take a trip to Florida, and that happens in March sometime. So here we want all these to be on the same date. Make that date. So we add the trip to Florida. You see now it has on the drop-down list, it's 50 days away. Hey, we're going to Florida in 50 days. That's awesome. The other thing you can do is you can maybe sort these. So let's highlight all these. Let's go to data and let's go to filter. And now we can do the events. We can do the events alphabetically, which maybe you want to do. So the Chicago trip would be first and the work deadline would be last. So let's look at our list. Chicago trip, work deadline, that might be easy to find because it's alphabetical. Or you could do the date. You could do the date ascending, and then Kai's birthday will be first, Christmas will be last. So then if you do it this way, then this will, you know that the on down the list, it's a further date. This will be 6 days, and this will be the Florida trip is 50 days. That's how you do it. A countdown timer in Excel. We'll see you on the next video.